Hey everybody, this is Brian with Inspiring How You See That. We're the channel that talks about all different kinds of music and entertainment, and we interview some of your favorite artists. And today, I have my good friend Dakota Horbaczek with me today.
Oh, we're friends now, huh?
We are. We're Facebook friends.
That seems suspicious.
We've been Facebook friends for a while.
Oh, no,
so
your face doesn't look trustworthy.
I get that a lot, actually, so I understand.
Look at the shock upon my face.
Well, thank you, Dakota, for being here today. I appreciate it. So we're actually here, we're going to see Gemini Syndrome and Eva Under Fire. So is this the first time that you've seen either of these bands?
Yes. I'm also here because one of the label bands, Dematus, is going to be opening.
Nice. And I was just about to ask you, so you are the founder of DI Records, correct?
Yes.
Excellent. Kind of walk me through how you started it.
Crying.
Fair enough.
Because as soon as I saw the amount of paperwork I had to do, I'm like, oh, God, why?
Lots and lots of legal documents. And
yeah, there's so many now that it might seem convoluted at some point.
Now, DI Records is a little different than your kind of standard record label.
Yes.
So kind of tell me the differences of what people normally think of when they think of a record label.
Well, when they think of a record label, they think of like the big boys like Sumerian Records or Atlantic Records, where you get these 360 deals that like you get all this funding, all this money, everything's taken care of for you. With DI Records, it's more of a partnership because we don't do everything. We're a digital label. So we do distribution, we do online promotion,
okay,
management. We do a lot of things that can be handled online. So we're starting to get a booking agent. We're about to put an ad out for that.
Nice.
So we are going to start getting more into the physical. We also have a huge announcement coming August 1st in regards to that.
Okay.
No, you cannot know yet.
We'll keep up on it. We'll let you know as soon as they announce.
So a lot of what we do isn't as complicated and it's easy to process. Trying to think of another way to describe it with like bigger labels. Because when you sign them, you're like, oh, that means we're going to get a touring van and stuff. I'm like, no. So I'm like, if I could get a touring van, I'd have one for myself.
Exactly.
It would just be all my favorite bands on it.
Exactly.
The interior will be my label bands, of course.
Nice.
You gotta keep what you love close to you.
Absolutely. And you mentioned your label, and actually, you all remember an interview that we did with Reality Suite, and they're one of the bands that are on your label.
Yes.
They were incredible. Got the opportunity a couple months ago to meet with them, obviously interview, see them play live.
I make jokes about Antonio all the time.
I think everybody does. That was half the interview, actually. And you also have Sharone.
All of Kimmy's outfits used to belong to Antonio.
She outgrew them.
He grew out of them, so he gave them all to her.
Nice, nice. What's up, Antonio? And one of your other artists, Sharone, we did an artist spotlight on her. She's fantastic out in the Denver, Colorado area. Mm-hmm. So how did you reach out to these artists? Or
yes.
Okay.
Most of them I reached out. Actually, well, I reached out to Sharone initially. But then at the time, she kind of just like put it under the rug because she was getting a lot of those types of emails. But then she started to get noticed more, or starting to notice us more, and then she asked in regards to like, hey, is this still going? And I'm like, it was always open for you to come in.
Nice.
So we just started, and now we've had a great partnership. We communicate everything. Like, she's just fantastic across the board.
Excellent. Now, what other kind of artists do you have on the label?
Whew. Do you mean genre or just in general?
Just in general.
Well, we have bands in other countries. For example, Hopeful 16.
Okay.
They're an alternative metal. Really cool band. They still do all their own sound. So if you listen to it and you're like, wow, they still do this like in their home studio.
So they're doing all the mixing, everything.
Yeah, and you're like,
okay.
Like, wow, this is really good. So you'll be like shocked to listen. And they celebrated finally getting one of their songs after so many years finally broke 10,000, and that was a song that was released through us, Chemical.
Nice.
So they've gotten past that. They've also still been getting features. So there's a lot of progress with them. They're fantastic. I'm trying to think of another one that people may not think of when they see us. Because initially, we had a different logo, so we had a little devil logo, because we were called Devil inside Records. That's
Gotcha.
what the DI is.
Gotcha.
So we kept getting metalcore submissions.
Okay.
And I'm like, we can do more than metalcore, right?
We can branch out a little.
So I decided, we need to rebrand. I know rebranding when you're new, may be a bad decision in consideration, because you built up a reputation.
Sure.
But I also considered we are new, which means in the long run, if we get it right, it won't matter.
It's almost better to do it now than wait even longer.
Yeah. So that's what I did. So got a local graphic artist, changed it over to DI Records, and now we have a fox as the mascot.
As you can see on his shirt.
Yep.
Excellent.
Little fox.
Now, I know
actually, it's bigger on the back.
There you go. Where bands come first. Nice. Yep. So you can get some of this merch. Can they order that from a website from you?
This was exclusive to staff members and a couple bands.
Okay.
But we do have a threadless shop where people can buy different things with this logo on it.
Okay, excellent. Nice. Now, you said that you have a big announcement coming up in the next week or so that you can't really divulge.
Yeah.
What can you tell us is coming next for DI Records?
Two of the big things that are going to be added to us is physical distribution.
Okay.
Which is a big step and helpful to many bands.
So you can have CDs and how about vinyl?
And access to manufacturing.
Nice.
Such as vinyl.
Nice. Excellent.
So that's a big step.
Yeah. Very cool. Awesome. So, again, thank you so much, Dakota, for spending this time. I appreciate it, and it worked out perfectly that we came up with here we were. So, is there any...
and you dragged me over here.
Called you my friend, everything.
First you lured me with candy. You want a Reese cup? Come here, boy.
It still works. So before we go, is there anything you'd like to say to fans?
Actually, may I tell you a story about that?
Sure, absolutely.
Actually, I was lured into a van by Candy.
This is getting dark.
It was one of my all-time favorite bands, the Nearly Deads.
Okay.
It was the first time I ever got a chance to go see them, and I bought VIP, the works.
Nice.
And apparently there was only two of us who bought VIP for the entire show. So when we came in, it's like, hey, you want to just hang out in the van? I'm like, okay.
Sure, why not?
Well, before they said, you want to hang out? They said, you want to hang out in the van? We got Candy. So I was like, okay. And they just lured me to a van with Candy.
And miraculously, he's still here.
The thing is, you would think, you would be like, no, not me. I won't be lured by Candy into a van. And then son of a...
Well, it was the Nearly Dead, so...
Still. You think when the time comes, you'll be able to say, hey, not me, but then one of your favorite bands is like, hey, we got Candy. I'm like, okay.
Stranger danger goes out the window.
Yeah. They always say it's someone you trust.
Exactly.
That's you.
That's true. That's true. That's awesome. So is there anything that you'd like to say to fans before we go?
Look out August 1st. We have a huge announcement. And if you're looking for an internship, or if you're a booking agent looking to get in with a record label, we're looking.
Awesome. Well, again, Dakota, thank you so much. We appreciate it. And we'll put all your contact information down below.
Okay.
So that way, if anybody has any questions for you or wants to talk to you maybe about an internship, we can get a hold of you. So as always, guys, thank you so much for spending this time. Make sure you check out all the artists. He's got incredible artists on the label. I mean, big things are coming for these guys, so it's exciting. But we love you all. God bless, and rock on.